All right, sir. So who do I have here with me today?
My name's Rob.
Rob. All right. First of all, nice to meet you. And secondly, what's your age and your current living situation?
I'm 59 years old, and I'm currently housed, being homeless, and between Cass and living on the streets.
So you are a participant of CAS
Yes.
as we speak. So I hear a lot of people talk they say, good things about CAS, they say bad things about CAS. Could you elaborate on what really goes on in CAS or on the CAS premises? Is it, do they help you?
I've been
How
there.
does it work?
I've been to Cass. And when they first started out, it started out with good intentions.
Okay.
And the people that control the place now and let it fall apart. And I don't think it's fair.
Okay.
It's wrong.
What are some of the things that they do there that's bad that you think?
Well, for one, they should put people in some kind of housing there and give them a program which is going to work, school, or something that's going to benefit them, incentive program, so they can function and move back in society and know what to do with their life, Some kind of program, step by step, show them how to do this.
Man, that was a great answer. So what you're saying is that they need to, they do okay, but they could do better.
They spend all that money on that place, and they let it fall all apart, and they let the people, and the way they function and how they do things is very important. How you relate with people, obviously, is a very important thing with your attitude and what you say and what you do. It's very important, especially when you got these people following you and you're supposed to be the leader. If you don't do it the right way, then you see what happens. It went wrong. It went wrong.
Yeah.
The tent city, to streets, to police actions, to medical, dental, on down to the work programs, the education, the programs where these people need to be in. And they need help with their drug addiction, their alcohol problems, their violence, or whatever the hell it is.
Yeah.
There's certain needs for these people, and some people are mentally unable to help themselves, and you got to help them. And sometimes you don't know, but you see signs of different things. Mental health is lacking to see this. They just see a person that, this person ain't doing what they're supposed to do. The person's lashing out. There's a reason why these people are doing that.
Or they deem them all as crazy or something.
No,
like
because
that.
it's built up to a lot of that stuff. It ain't overnight. They're like that. Sometimes situations you get caught up in your life where I think, and what I've seen, it compiles, like problem on top of problems and frustrations and depression, and you get to the point where, you get very aggravated at everything and everybody, no matter what they say or do, you're just like negative. It's not going to work for you.
Yeah, you start going down that black hole.
You get in that path where you step forward and you're going 3 steps back type thing. It's really bad to say it like that, but that's true.
That's how it works. So what do you think that you just told us some wonderful things that they don't do. Not wonderful, some things that they don't do. So how can they improve?
They got to get,
aside the program.
They got to sit down. They got to sit down, their staff, their administration, whatever's going on in their network, and they got to sit down and come up with an idea. And the main thing is to work these people through there and not keep them there and have any problems. And they got a social decay of people not understanding or showing them how things work.
Yeah.
Now you got to set them up some work, give them some money, so they're happy and can take care and more content with their life, instead of losing interest and don't give a shit, and then send them back out there after getting kicked out or fucking worse, jail or something, and they don't got nowhere to go other than back there. They're not going to be willing to do that.
It's almost like a round
Because I've
robin.
been there myself.
Yeah. So would you agree that it's like a round robin?
I
Almost
do.
like the old
I think it's
school
a waste,
Matrix.
a waste of time. They can't get them back on track working,
Yeah.
and they should get them in a program where they get housing or a free check to mental health people that really, really need it.
Very true.
And if they don't follow through with those educational background, those steps, they're not going to accomplish nothing. They're going to let it fall back, and it's going to fall in depression and mental health, and you're going to have a bunch of people that are going to find themselves either sex, drugs, or rock and roll. And that's a fact. They're going to mess it up, and they're not going to be able to work nor function out in society other than what they're used to is going back to the dirt and the trouble and the fucking same rut. They're not going to accomplish no achievements. They're not going to succeed at all. And that's where they're at right now. And that's why they're pissed off. They don't want to do nothing to fix the place or make it better. They'd rather, keep it contained like a damn jail, which is not good.
It's almost
when that
like
place opened up
to talk about it.
when it was when they opened up first, it was nice and clean. Everything worked.
That's what I heard.
And everybody was happy because things were fucking in place. Now they don't even do nothing but take a number, sit there until we get to you. You're just you feel like a robot.
Yeah, it's almost like a, what do you
there's
call
no,
it, that line?
It's very frustrating to sit in line for 2 hours, 3 hours, and not accomplish nothing. And then when you get up there, they go, well, you're not qualified. You can't do that. You shouldn't do this. And we don't got nothing right now, but come back. They're like, you know what? Why am I here? Why did I waste my time?
Yeah.
It's like
And that's how they get. Some of them never go back, never even try again.
Man,
and they
that's
go back
awful.
out on the street, or they leave that fucking
They
facility.
go to what they know.
They go what they know, which ain't much. They don't got no guidance. And that's what they need to do. Leaders need to guide these followers to teach them right.
It's too
Because
many
they are
chiefs,
teachers.
not enough Indians.
They're
man.
teachers.
Yeah.
And
There's too many chiefs, not enough Indians.
Exactly.
Now, how do you feel?
Another
So,
way
how
to
does
do
your
that.
family? Do you have family out
No.
there? How does your family?
I'm the only
feel
kid.
about
I'm
you?
adopted.
Okay. All right. Yes,
and my parents died while I sat in the prison cell.
Sorry to hear that.
And that adopted me, and it is what it is.
Yeah.
I've been through a little bit. And I grew up on the street, and I grew up having everything, and my
So you know
parents
it's the
left
best
me a
of both
nest egg, and I
worlds.
went through it, and
Yeah.
I wound up back on the streets, and I went through the drugs and the violence, back in prison, and I decided enough was enough one day, and I said,
That's how it works.
that's enough of that.
Well, I always want to ask this, man. Why do people that are homeless or displaced, as I say, why do they steal credentials like IDs, social security cards, as opposed to, they steal a lot of different
They
things.
take
Why?
things and steal, and they try to escape. They hide away. They try to be not known, unknowns, because they feel that with their credentials, they're not going to go nowhere. With somebody else's, they can use to benefit themselves or profit from it, in some way or another.
I heard someone
And that's what
say,
they've done. They've used it fraudulently.
Okay. Well,
And
I've heard somebody say.
I've been down that road too, different things.
Your thing.
Obviously.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've heard
I've
somebody
had
tell
some
me that.
things happen in my life. I don't want to talk about those.
It's understandable. But I've heard somebody say, it's kind of like tripping you on down when you're going to the lunch line, tripping you first. We're going to meet at the same spot. Someone here told me that, actually, and I thought that was a good analogy.
It becomes when you're in that stigmatism way of living, it's like dog eat dog, which is there's challengers and there's winners and losers. They want to succeed, but then they want to harm people that are succeeding, like make them not succeed, like trip them up, as you were saying, to fail. It's like, and when you're failing, you're not succeeding on nothing, right? So what it is they don't like it. They hate it. They don't appreciate but the ones that are doing well appreciate it and know what to do. But when they got all this commotion and negativity holding them down, how are they going to be positive stuff going on in their life? They're going to get caught up in that and they're not going to get nowhere. They're going to get frustrated.
Man, I agree.
It's like talking to somebody and they won't listen.
Yep.
And that's basically what that is.
Yeah, it's awful. I always ask this. I don't want to keep you long. I always ask, where do you see yourself in 5 years from now? If you can think out that far, or what have you.
I live my day to day.
Live by day to day.
And I had chance after chance, and then I exhausted a bunch of resources, obviously.
As does everybody.
And I had it all, and I had nothing. And I know the streets, and I survived some pretty crazy shit that I won't talk about either.
Yeah.
But I wish everybody well, and I think that 5-10 years from now, if I apply myself, I might get back out society and fit in a little bit. But I'll never be the same. I never have the way of life. My life's going to be different than others because of certain situations.
Yeah.
And it's Happy New Year and there's fireworks going on in the background. Hey, might want to get a picture of that right there.
There it is. Happy New Year, guys.
I like to point out the simple fact is, there's people who know how to get back on track. And when they're ready, like me, and what I want to do with my life is up to me. And I got to find me. But there's also people that need guidance and need to be taught how to do things. And they need leaders. And those people need to be like teachers to their students. And they got to show them step by step what to do and make some kind of plan, some kind of goal, and succeed at this. Even if they got to write it down step by step of what to do, and follow through on these damn homeless shelters all the way down, the drug rehabs to the mental health. People don't know how to talk or act right towards one another.
It's almost like they're all the
so
same.
They don't wind up in prison or dead, because that's where it's going. There's no in between. When the end's the end. Yeah. It's like, oh my God, what's your last words? Oh my God, what's your first words? God, Gaga, Hey, but you know what? Police, fire department, and the ambulance all got in common? They all crying. Wah, wah, wah. They all sound the same, don't they?
Very true.
It's pretty funny, but it's not. It's real life.
Yeah.
That's enough.
Yep.
I want to say and do.
Yep. Well, I appreciate you, man.
I appreciate everybody,
so
and I'll pray for
That
everybody.
was a great interview.
Amen.
Thank you so much. And next time I see you, hopefully you'll be in a better situation than you are now. Have a good one, man.
Hopefully this helps a little bit.